You have scholar athletes, Women's History Month, making statewide news. Tell that story. Our next proclamation is a joint proclamation presented to the members of Gamma Pi Chapter recognizing its 40th anniversary in Prince George's County, and this is being presented by Councilmember Derek Leon Davis.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you. You know, Madam Chair admonished us to be quick, brief, and to make sure that we took not as more time than we needed today. And so I promised, I told the tech, I said he'd be in trouble if he started off with Atomic Dog. So I told him not to do that because we have a certain level of comportment down here in the council well. And so as I present this proclamation, I'm going to start it off by calling all cues to the floor. I said we got some here, but we need some more. I said I'm calling all cues to the floor. I said we got some here, but we need some more. And I'm going to make the bruh stop right there because what comes after that typically is more than they can handle in the well. I do. We crowded the well on purpose today because we're celebrating 40 years of service. Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, founded in 1911 at Howard University, is a service organization. Cardinal principles are manhood, scholarship, perseverance, and uplift. And anybody who can calculate that amount of time, it's over 100 years. But here in Prince George's County, we've had the honor and privilege of having a chapter that was founded 40 years ago by gentlemen who came to Prince George's County and wanted to continue that type of service to its community. I just so happen to be a very proud member of the organization, and I am proud of my brothers across this country, across this state, and definitely in Prince George's County for the types of service that it provides to the Prince George's County community. That's not to say that other organizations do not. It just so happened that us Omega men, we prescribe to the cardinal principles of manhood, scholarship, perseverance, and uplift, and we want to make sure that we celebrate those here in Prince George's County. So I've asked the county executive to join me in a joint proclamation, and another fraternity brother of ours, Barry Hudson, from our Alpha chapter, is here to stand in his stead. I'll let Barry say a couple of words before I read the proclamation.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, brothers.
Good morning.
40 years doesn't seem like a long time, but the brothers know that sometimes when you get that far and you get to this point, you had to see it through quite a few times. And that's one of the poems that we learn when we're going through the process of becoming an Omega. The county executive couldn't be here today. He is actually practicing a little uplift and perseverance and scholarship, doing the job of every day of being county executive. But this is an important thing. This 40 years is a very, very important thing. Our chapters throughout the country and frankly the world are practicing our cardinal principles and making a difference in the communities that they serve. And we want to salute Gamma Pi Chapter, who the county executive is also a member of that chapter, for its achievement of 40 years. I feel privileged, and I'll take a point of personal privilege. Yesterday was my 30th year in the fraternity, and had it not been for someone letting me in, I couldn't stand here today with these good brothers who I've known over the years, many of them who are doing really, really good work. Congratulations, Gamma Pi, on behalf of the county executive and also myself and all the other brothers in the region.
Thank you, Brother Hudson. And me being just a few years his junior, I'll go right into the proclamation. Whereas founded on March 5th, 1973, the Gamma Pi chapter of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated was originally conceived by several brothers residing in Prince George's County communities, and whereas the Gamma Pi chapter held its first meeting in the home of Timothy McIntosh, who joined us here today, Other initial meetings were held at various homes of the charter membership. Subsequently, meetings were held at the First Baptist Church of Highland Park, approximately 1 year after receiving the chapter charter. And whereas the original mission of Gamma Pi chapter of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated was to establish a chapter that would be closer to the home for the members that were traveling to Montgomery County and Washington, D.C. to maintain their active memberships in the fraternity, and create a chapter that would be small enough to maintain a close bond among the brotherhood in order to carry out the mandates of the fraternity. And whereas the Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated has always been a source of leadership training for young black men whose opportunities to exercise such skills have been limited, and Gamma Pi chapter is no different, offering leadership training to young African American males of Prince George's County. And whereas the charter brothers of the Gamma Pi chapter have paved the way for other chapters of the Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated and forever etched in the fabric of what becomes the super chapter. And whereas the Prince George's County Council and County Executive Rashern L. Baker III are honored to have this opportunity to recognize the exceptional contributions and pay tribute to the brothers of Gamma Pi chapter of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity, now, therefore, be it proclaimed by the Prince George's County Council and the County Executive that Gamma Pi chapter of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated is congratulated on its 40th anniversary. Further, it is our personal privilege to wish this revered fraternity continued success in their future endeavors. And it's signed, both brothers, Derek Leon Davis, Council Member, District 6, and Rashern L. Baker, County Executive. I'm going to ask Brother Bossless to come up and say a couple words.
Brother Councilman Davis, I'm going to yield to our first Bossless, our charter member, Brother Timothy McIntosh.
Absolutely.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. It has been said that 40 years seem like a very short period of time. Just this past March 5th, 1973, marked 40 years that we in Prince George's County established and chartered Gamma Pi chapter of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity. The Omega Psi Phi Fraternity is over 100 years old. And of course, we pride ourselves on our four cardinal principles, as you have already heard: manhood, scholarship, perseverance, and uplift. For we feel, starting with manhood, if we take our places as men, and scholarship is we just excel in whatever we do. Perseverance, staying in there, seeing it through regardless to what comes up. And uplift, reaching down to help someone else. Wherever we establish ourselves, maintaining these principles, we are outstanding in the community. We are grateful to have our county council, Derek Leon Davis, is part of us, and our county executive, Rashern Baker, is part of us, because that is how we excel. Thank you very much, Brother Davis, and long live Omega Psi Phi Fraternity.
Come on, Brother Boss, you got to hold this.
Back a little.
Brother Matt. Did I flood the well? Come on down, Madam Chair. Come on. Barry,
Keep going. Keep going back.
Yeah. Just a little bit more.
A little bit more?
There.
Yeah.
You guys okay? So I can get
Tony.
Tony. Back up a little bit. Back up a little bit. Make sure you get my colleague. Hold on for the Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, brother.
Okay, thank you, brother.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.